Welcome. Whether you're an experienced volunteer or have expressed interest in assisting us this year, our goal is that this video will give you the tools so each night you volunteer is uniformed and problem-free. Now, full disclosure, I am not a paid actor, and against my strongest of objections, I have pulled the shortest straw, and I'm too cheap to have it done. So, for the next few minutes, we're just going to be uncomfortable together. Before we head off to the warming center, I want to first go over a few things here in the office. In the fall of 2023, Center Township of Hancock County went into contract with the Boys and Girls Club to provide a permanent facility to house the warming center. Now, before we go further into where we are now, it's always good to recognize how we got here. Born from a housing crisis, some individuals and organizations took among themselves to find a solution so everyone in Hancock County could have a warm place to rest at night in the harsh Indiana winters. In the beginning, a rotation of organization would host the warming shelter. The voice of the mission, Mr. Jim Peters, whom selflessly each night packed up his truck with cots, bedding, and supplies. I want to give a thanks to those who have started this mission, for we would not be where we are today without the help from Courage Chapel, First Presbyterian, Greenfield Christian, The Landing, Evangel, Greenfield Church of God, and the volunteers of the Hancock County Community Organization Active in Disaster. To ensure safety with everyone that enters the warming center, each volunteer will have a background check filed with the Center Township of Hancock County Trustee's Office. Each year, we are required to have one filled out and kept on record. To give an overview of our schedule and positions currently offered, Center Township Warming Center, serving all of Hancock County, opens at 7 p.m. Our first shift is called the Greeters, scheduled at 6:45 p.m. until 9:30. We will staff with a minimum of 3 per shift. This shift moves fast by checking guests into the building, new guests having background checks completed. With the supervision of our volunteers, guests will set up each cot. If we are open on a weekend, a warm meal should be prepared. These are help yourself meals that should require little to no assistance from volunteers. Next, we'll have our night owls, which start at 9:15 p.m. until 2:30 a.m. During the shift, volunteers should expect to finish monitoring the shower rotation, assist anyone with bedding or cot operations, maintain supervision and separation of the sleeping quarters. Lastly, we will have our early birds, which start at 2:30 a.m. until 8 a.m. These volunteers do the wake-up calls for the guests and oversee the breakdown of the shelter. Breakdown of the shelter does look different if we were running back-to-back on nights versus the center being closed for a few nights in a row. So, we can keep talking about it, or without further ado, let's take a look around. Look at that. We left at the same time and you still beat me. What better way to start than at the entrance? The warming center's only entrance is located off of Howard Street. This ensures separation from any club rental. We place 2 sandwich signs at both entrances showing that the warming center is open and the correct entrance to use. Each night, both signs are placed before we open at the doors at 7 p.m. and picked back up and put away before the early birds shift. Due to the club being a non-smoking facility and Riley Park being across the street, smoking is limited to the street and guests will need to watch their littering. We have a metal container for outside use and disposal. Now, let's go take a look around. I would like to address some common questions that we get asked more frequently. Where are the light switches for a certain room or the thermostat for this area? We have a total of 7 light switches to operate the warming center. Let's go on a walk and I'll show you the different locations and what they control. Where we are located will be referred to as the Howard Street hallway. We have 1 switch in this hallway that will control both the warming center restrooms. In the same area, we have in the corner 2 light switches that will control the common area. The map in the volunteer handbook might help you with the layout of where we are and where they are at the center. The light switches over at this corner will control the common areas. The light switch here will control both the warming center shower rooms. We've seen 3 out of the 7 light switches. Let's go see the rest. On the way, down the Howard Street hallway, you have our 2 bathrooms. One will be dedicated as the shower room. The other one will be utilized as just the restroom for guests. Further down, you'll have the closet for storage for paper towels, toilet paper, and this is where our washing and dryer machine is located. This is not for guests to be using, but for operation of cleaning the bedding, towels, and items like that. That would be located in this closet, as well as this is the kitchen for anything we would need as volunteers, not again for the guests to be using. Located inside of the main gym, we have 4 light switches. These switches should remain off during lights out hours. This light switch should remain on at all times for emergency lighting. Well, you already knew where it was at. So this is the last light switch. So here in the bank of light switches, in the hallway and the kitchen switch is for just that. This will refer to as the Howard Street hallway in the kitchen. At shift change for the greeters and the night owls, if lights are still on and no rentals are still here, the gym can be turned off here, the lobby, and the teen staff can all be turned off. These maps that we have for you are also in the volunteer handbook with the location of switches, thermostats, and the doors that need to be secure each night. Here we have one of 2 thermostats located for the center. This one located inside of the gym should remain untouched by the guests. This thermostat located in the common area should also remain untouched by the guests. Another item that is always brought up is how to unlock the panic bars. By placing the Allen wrench in and twisting, pressing the panic bar and releasing the Allen wrench will keep it unlocked. Same thing for repeat. Place the Allen wrench, twist, and then release. So when setting up the cots, we have 3 cots. We have a handicap cot, a standard cot, and an oversized cot. The standard cot is what you see in front of us. When setting it up, we want to ensure that the black tabs are hooked onto the rod before pushing down on the lever. When guests arrive to the center, a bag will be given to them. Each bag will have a label that has their name on it if they're returning. If they're brand new, it will be a blank tag. This is the fun part. Each bedding set will have a blanket, a sheet, a fitted sheet, pillow, and a pillowcase included all into it. At the warming center, we have 3 types of cots available. We have our standard cot, which is somebody that's under 500 pounds, our oversized cot, which is anyone over 500 pounds, and our handicap accessibility cot. This gives the handle, the grab handles, and the raising of the head. Our handicap accessibility cot needs to be reserved. We only have 4 available, so this needs to be at a first-come basis, but for the ones that actually need them. These should not be handed out first thing at night. For our other 2 cots, we have the safety tethers on the corners that need to be placed on all cots. These will allow them to not be ripped when somebody puts their weight on them. We also have a moisture wicking material that we're going to put on top of all cots, handed out to every single person. It's basically a sheet that's going to go in between the cot and the sheet that we have available. Now, these are made for the standard cots, but they will fit the oversized cot as well. These do not fit the handicap accessibility cots. At the Lincoln Street side, these doors should remain locked and closed throughout the warming center operations. A sandwich board will be placed at the edge of the sidewalk to deter people from using this entrance. Inside each warming center bathroom will be a cabinet that is locked. The code to the lock will be placed inside of the handbook. Inside will be the basic necessities and towels for individuals to use. Inside of this cabinet, you're going to find basic necessities: shampoo, conditioner, bars of soap, toothbrushes, toothpastes, ibuprofen. You're also going to be able to find some things for you guys to do, your gun locks. This is the general cabinet only for volunteers. Guests should not be welcome to walk through or to utilize this cabinet free will. In this cabinet, you're going to have the majority of your supplies for the guest's operation. Make sure to document on the log whenever supplies are getting low.